What is up, everybody? Angry Narwhal here, doing some more Stanley Parable.
All of his
I do
co-workers were
not
gone.
feel the
What
best
could it
today,
mean?
so I'm probably not going to be
Stanley
talking as
decided to
much.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Or
he
you
had
might hear
simply
me,
missed a memo.
you know, and eating up on this cough drops, but,
When
yeah,
Stanley came
I
to
got
a
a
set
little
of 2 open doors,
not
he entered
feeling
the
great.
door on his left.
You guys ready? We're going to go to my favorite broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But it's not empty.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
That's how it be.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some
actually, it's leg
explanation
day.
here. I'm genuinely confused.
Doing squats.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Yeah,
It
but
didn't
now
even
you're making
occur
me
to
more
because
suspicious that I need to be
literally,
in here.
This closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
That duct tape's
I
hanging
never
off
would have
quite
thought
far.
to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope
So
your
there
friends
is a
find this
broom closet
concerning.
ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
Hey, fuck
He
you!
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Poor Stanley.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen.
Nope, I'm still here.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it
alone.
begins to decompose.
There's no one here, narrator.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is
Just letting you know,
not lost
anybody who
on them.
replaces me is going to be worse.
All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second play. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Going back. Okay, I think it might be all there is to it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the escape room to the left. That's where I want to go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Love how he's just like, fine, you want to rush me? I'll take some of your time. Loading. Eternally
Descending
loading.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go
I'm going to the
unanswered
place
for long.
play with escape this time, guys. I'm trying to keep track of all the
Stanley
directions
walked
I
straight
go.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I can
Although
get
this
all
passageway
endings.
had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Worth it!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah, I'm already this far down the hallway, bud.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Someone's got to. Whee! Whee! Those was my ankles.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye, narrator. Give me a hug. What?
"Farewell,
Hello?
Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But you didn't. What? So is this like an out-of-body experience right now, or what?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making
What the
life
fuck?
the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What the fuck? Yeah, you know I gotta turn those off, right? One is my favorite. The Office. So I got Purgatory ending. Nature paintings. Guys, look, credits. Okay, so there is confirmed something that way. What we got over here? Boss is off. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not ready to go there yet. Not sure what that was over there. I ain't ready to go to the shining light yet. I feel like that's the way forward. I don't want that yet. Interesting to say the least. But I think this is actually the way forward, and we're going to turn the Stanley Parable off.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Off.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these
I
things
literally
cannot
need
be
none of you.
seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop
gonna do it.
now, and it'll be your only true choice.
Not gonna do it.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
This
Don't
is
let
my choice. That was my choice. So just... What now? Oh, hey, I'm back.
All of his co-workers would... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I
I've already
can't
done
just
this.
give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
right,
not
to
the
the
correct
right.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Trying to think. I think I went all the ways that way I can
And
go.
so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm going to go back down here again. 'Cause I think there was something else down
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
here. Fuck, okay, so it's
from
repeating
here,
stuff.
it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's...
Beginning of the game again. I'm not repeating the same ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wasn't gonna make you guys sit through that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Going back to the
Feeling
broom
a
closet.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided, oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's gonna be perpetual loop again.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Alright, what happens if I go back up, though? Or I haven't explored turning off the mind control device yet. See what happens when I go back up. See if he gets mad.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Maybe Stanley just likes riding elevators.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
It just makes him mad to go back.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know. Keep running it up. I might just go back up east.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're going back to this again.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
This time
What
turning it
horrible
off.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
That's fun.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Hurry up.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
So I found another way to let me jump over the railing, but again, we've explored that. I'm trying to go to
This
places I
mind
have yet to
control
go.
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Sorry. Couple coughs.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Power off. See what happens now.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking. But
Guys,
happiness,
did I get
perhaps
out?
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Or that
Whatever
I can't
life
jump.
he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Trying. I wish to go outies.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay, so I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go
Okay,
to the
I'm gonna
meeting
ride the
room.
elevator. I
Perhaps
wanna
he had
see-
simply missed a memo.
Because he was talking shit. I want to test the
When
elevator.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to test the elevator. That's all I want to do. I want to test the elevator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Oh, you
decided
bitch!
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You motherfucker.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Yay! He knew I was going to skip him anyway.
Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Yes, but now I want to go
It's
back
that
down.
keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible.
Back down.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Bet you can't guess what I'm doing this time. Back uppies.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Okay. Do I have the option again? I don't. Don't have the option to hit it again. So we're gonna go back out. What?
Oh my god. It's the
It's
boss's,
the boss's office.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
No. I want to what? Okay. I guess we're holding.
Okay,
Hey.
I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
You need to let me press the button. I'ma keep spamming the button cause I wanna go back down the elevator.
All right, of course.
Button.
Going back down in the elevator.
Back down
How did I
east.
not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Bet you can't guess what I'm doing now, narrator. I apologize, guys. I know it's just absolutely thrilling content watching me go up and down an elevator, but...
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's
Oh?
the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator, but the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Yes, that's
Oh,
exactly
I
why
simply
I'm
don't want to let
doing
that
this.
feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
this
it
is
seems
miserable,
like
but I'm gonna hit the
nowadays
button
the only
again.
thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years.
That's a
and
nice
it's really
light.
all because of you.
Click, 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 click,
You're
click,
the
click,
one
click,
who
click,
took
click.
this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
I just want to go back down
Yes,
the elevator.
I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh. Damn it.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference
So
should
this
be
is
just around
different?
the corner here somewhere.
This is going to be, interesting, isn't it?
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Well, what? Damn it. It won't let me pass things.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
You ain't proud of shit.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
I gotta strut myself. Walk them down the runway. Gotta strut over here. Oh, you guys want autographs? You want autographs over here? What's up, guys? Yep, it's me. The one, the only, the Stanley. Oh, that's so bright. Guys, I can't see. Okay, so we're back in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if I don't, though? I will say, after this video, though, the next ones I might look up some guides
When Stanley came to a
to
set
see what
of
some of
two
the
open
alternate endings
doors,
are,
he entered
just
the
so we can
door on his
experience
left.
them, if I can't figure them out.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Just gonna zoom,
Feeling a
zoom,
wave
zoom,
of
zoom.
disbelief, Stanley
Asshole.
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck.
Here's the door, just go.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Why you gotta do that to me?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh, of course I pushed it too far. Can't just take the shortcut. We're gonna see what this new content is.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
More.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Watch this just be the whole thing of content is just writing
Please
this little.
step
this little
inside and
boss.
see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I'm excited to click as many buttons.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a
Oh, you know how much we
mesmerizing
like
adventure.
elevators.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do
Which
it.
side's gonna open? I'm gonna say left side. I'm gonna say left side opens.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh,
Ooh,
okay.
ooh, I was
Let's
right.
see the content.
Left
Give me the
side, left
content,
side.
Stanley.
Content, 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 content.
All right.
Jump circle.
All right, let's see it.
Jump circle.
The jump circle?
I get to jump. Guys, I can jump. Yes, I'm going to use all my jumps. Jumpy, 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 jump, jumpy, jump, jumpy, jump, jumpy, 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 jump. That's fucking bullshit.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what
Yeah,
passes
I
for
can
exciting
finally
new
jump.
content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more.
There's more.
Very good.
Be more
Yes.
jumping, be more
I
jumping,
knew
be
there
more
had to be
jumping.
something
Fuck.
else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it?
Yay!
No, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
I want the test
It's my
trophy.
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, I guess we're restarting. What? Alright, I'm gonna do 2 videos back to back because I don't want to reset and get kicked out of this. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Bye bye.